You see a number that does not look like yeah, I'm gonna sit there and watch it. Good boy, good job. You do? Which number did you? So it's 5:25. And I'm about to embark on a journey. Hey everyone, today I'm sharing my survival guide for a 21-hour flight with my two toddlers and a growing bump. It was challenging. You can see we started out with parking. In fact, the parking was chaotic. They didn't even allow me park, right? And I was just tired and all until I had rescue. My sister Maradike came around, my sweet, sweet friend Balaji, mommy came around too. So she did this, we did division of labor. She took the kids inside and then my sister and friends started helping me out to pack. Also Tulwani came in being and everybody was involved. In fact, like my other sisters went to the market to get my shopping list to get the things I needed. So shout out to Toby, shout out to Toyin, and shout out to Buluwatife. Even their friends got involved. Like what I mean is Toby had to tell one of our friends because we forgot to buy some certain things. She went back to the market again. I'm just grateful, right? Grateful for the love of amazing people, for the gift of men, and I love them so much. So we were all involved, though, right? While my husband was also working on certain things for our trip to be seamless. So this vlog is as real as it is. You'll see, my get emotional at some point because, to be sincere, I didn't want to make this trip. I kept thinking about it, worrying about it, brooding over it, overthinking it for days. I mean, for months instead. I gave myself countless number of reasons why I should not do the trip, why I should not make this trip. Because, okay, yeah, I'm pregnant. I have two toddlers. I can't drop any of them. The last trip I made, I dropped my first son. Oh, it was, yeah, I enjoyed the trip and everything, but it was difficult. I don't know if you've ever been in that situation before. Mentally, every day I had to do a video call with him, tracking how he was doing. I was not fine. And I told myself I was never going to do this again. I spoke to about two other mothers that had to drop their kids for a while and go do some certain things, and they said they were not fine. And I told myself, I am not going to do this again, right? So it was not about to make a decision of, oh, I have two toddlers, I'm also pregnant. Who am I dropping? I said, I am not going to drop any of them. I don't want to. But then again, how does it make sense to travel with alone with two toddlers and with a big bump? I then told myself, maybe we should just cancel the trip. I don't think I want to do this. I don't think I want to go. But God wanted it this way, and I would save so many of the testimonies, so many of the prophecies for later, and for later how God showed up and all those things. So it was so obvious that God had made a way. And with me, you just have to do it. I remember one day I was on our couch there, just crying. I had not packed. I was just tired. And then my sister, my friends walked in, said, okay, we are here to help. My husband had to reach out to my sisters too to help to just gather around me and assist. And I trust them. They just dropped every other thing they were doing and came around. The ones that went to the market went to the market. The ones that had to be here physically to assist in packing. Also, this was us packing and making sure that we took the essentials, right? Because it's important to plan the necessary. So we packed their favorite toys, we packed their snacks, we packed drinks just to make the trip amazing. Like I said, my mom was also involved. Rita, my adopted sister, was also involved. She was the one making sure food was available while we're doing all these things. My mom was with the kids, getting them distracted so that they won't be in our way, right? Eventually, we packed all, and maybe I'll do another video of the essentials we packed and what I did with their own backpack. What I mean is, I just had one backpack on my that I put in my on my shoulders. I didn't have any other thing to hold. I also want to say a shout out to my twinnie and Fumi Bolu for following me. We went to get a double stroller. You see it in the video along the way. We went to get a double stroller that will assist me in this trip. All right, so let me just take you through on the journey. Was it easy? It wasn't. I know a lot of people have asked me, "How did you do it?" It wasn't easy. I remember praying almost every night, asking God to just give me strength, because it's I don't know how I would have done it without God's strength. Like, just double my strength, like carry me. And I heard Him say, "I will carry you." That day I busted into tears and I was just grateful, thankful, and I was just thanking God. Okay, let me take you on the journey.
So it's 5:25. And I'm about to embark on a journey that is only God's strength that can give. I don't even know what to say. I'm actually very nervous, even though I'm laughing, because traveling with two thoughts. See them, please see them. See them, you see. All right, though, we are all packed to go, and God, I'm going to miss one. I'm going to watching this. I would have gotten to my destination when you are watching this, but I'm praying for God's strength. I was going to say pray for me. I'm about to embark on a journey with my mighty nations, but I know God will go with us, and His strength He will add to my strength, because I don't think what yes, and He will send angels help us. I'll take you through on the journey, and let's see how it goes. All right, see you. So then when they were here, hey, my babies brought this, so she said my lips should not dry. That's what she said. It is a traveling gift. Mentos for my.
So that's the double stroller I had to get. It's a twin stroller. Toddlers can use it, so it actually was so helpful. So we arrived safely at the airport, and my husband and mom, my sisters were really helpful with carrying things and checking in. But it was not time to be on my own, on your own. This was the point where nobody could go with me. Anyone that is not traveling with me or traveling has to stop at. And so they said they said goodbye at this point.
Bye bye. Say bye bye. Bye bye.
So for comfort, I just wore my Crocs gifted to me by Dapo Anore, my beautiful pink Crocs, and I had my hoodie on, and that one was bought by Bolaji. Thank you. And so I didn't have any handbag or hand luggage. I just had that backpack at my back and the stroller in front. Then in my front, in my tummy, I had the fanny pack where I had our passports, travel documents tucked inside. So just to make the trip comfortable. So we waited, we checked in, passed through security, and we're waiting for us to board. The flight was supposed to be for 10:22. So the flight to Amsterdam first was supposed to be for 10:22, but we got to the airport. We were advised to get there 5:25. We got there around 6 p.m. and we're done with all our we're done checking in and all. So we had to wait till about 9 before boarding. The flight was supposed to leave for 10:22. You can see me holding my son's shirt. It was everywhere. It was just jumping up and down and all that. And I was so tired already. So I had to keep them entertained with their tab. I wanted to bring out this tab when we're on the plane. Normally, we don't allow them use tabs at all. There's no, if you want to watch anything on the TV and there's screen time. But for the sake of this trip, we had to buy them tablets, and I kept it in the backpack I had on. I was going to bring it out on the plane. But when I saw that they were just everywhere, I had to bring it out to distract them. Thankfully, it did the magic for a while. So we finally boarded and we're already en route to Amsterdam. A 6 hour 35 minutes flight. Yeah, so my second son slept off almost immediately. We boarded. While his brother watched cartoon, played games on his tab till around 1 a.m. before he slept off. Yeah, so KLM, I flew with KLM. They provided me a bassinet for baby, for my infant, or yeah, that's what they call him. But then the thing was just too, like, it was longer than it says, and we just used it as storage for the essentials I needed on the plane. And so they created a bed under that bassinet for him to sleep. He eventually slept on it after a while, and I held him for a while on my laps so that I could sleep deeply before I put him down. And so the trip started. Okay, so there was an 8 hour stopover here at Amsterdam, and so we had to book a lounge. I booked this lounge when we after we had booked our ticket, so to ensure that the kids are in a confined place and I can manage it. So we made our way to the lounge. I was really grateful for this lounge idea. It was my husband's idea because my toddlers were just everywhere. And especially my 3 year old. So I picked a corner at the lounge. There were different segments, corners. I picked the one that had a rug because I knew they were going to stay on the floor. They were going to play, pick food on the floor. And so I just picked an area that was comfortable for us. The food was good. They first served there was a buffet setting, then lunch later and all that. So God sent help even in this lounge. A certain wonderful grandma approached me. We took it, and she saw how I was struggling and I was trying to catch a nap. And so she, for privacy sake, I did not put her in the video. So she took over. Whenever I'm attending to one, she helped me take care of the other. Shout out to her. She's a Nigerian too from Edo, but works in Amsterdam. Really grateful. You see how my son just ran out again. I mean, it was just everywhere. They were just everywhere. But I'm grateful to God for help. And also another person came around, a white lady, started engaging my first son, and they colored together, they played together, read books together. I mean, you see, when God is involved in something, you just see and you see that the hand of God is on this. I'm grateful. I'm grateful to God for help. Yeah. All right. So let's just continue and see how it was. And I'm really thankful for the lounge. So if you're traveling, maybe alone or something, the lounge is not just a place to just wait. You can also network. I saw that certain people did not even budge. They didn't meet anyone. If I was the one, not with toddlers, if I wasn't with toddlers, my babies, I would have networked, at least met some five, at least five people. But even at that, even with the toddler, I still met at least one person. Yeah, the person I said helped out. I forgot to collect the contact of the white lady. Yeah, so the lounge is an opportunity to meet amazing, great people and just to wait around. Um, so we waited here for 8 hours. 8 hours is a long time. Oh. Yeah, we're here for 8 hours. I slept a bit, and while the ladies were watching my kids, so I just took a nap for like say 30 minutes on the sofa too. And they had opportunity for you to book a cabin to sleep, but I thought it wasn't so necessary, right? So so let's just continue. Right here in the lounge, after a while, when it was 2 hours to time of boarding, I took them into the changing room, changed their clothing, and we brushed. I cleaned them up, and so that we could prepare for another 9 hours. Let me tell you something. At this point, after everything that was happening, the chaos, I wanted to go back home. To be sincere, I wanted to just. I was thinking in my head, should I just cancel? Miss my flight deliberately, and just go back home. Can I continue? We still have a 9 hour journey ahead. This was really fascinating to me. You get to have a locker to yourself, and only you have the code and you can open it. So I put our load there and then went into the changing room, brought out. I had a purse in the backpack that had our brushes, our toothpaste, and so I brought those things out to brush them and brush myself also. At this point, they were still in the stroller. I took the stroller in, strapped them inside to get myself prepared first. I brought out all the things, see them in the stroller. I brought out all the things I needed first before um bringing them out so that we could then start the cleanup process. I think this took about 1 hour. Yes, you can imagine. Cleaning up the first, cleaning up the second. Sit down there, don't touch that. Hold on there, don't do this. All those shouts, all those mommy will beat you. Why don't okay, don't do that, don't do this, come here. Hey God. We sure did all that, yeah. And we spent about 1 hour in this place. Thankfully, I was the only woman in the lounge, the whole of the lounge, that had toddlers. So this place was dedicated for women with kids. And so nobody came to knock that they want to use the place. I was grateful for that because my sons were just so we spent time, like we used the time. It was when I was leaving that another woman came in. Like when we were leaving the lounge, like we're done totally, totally. Someone else was now, maybe she had another flight, were coming in with her child. So we had this all to ourselves to change. And so I didn't change. I didn't see the need for it. But the kids, I had to change their clothes because it was already messy. And I thank God that I bought an extra clothes in the backpack for them.
Why you talking like this? Don't go there. Don't go there. Don't go there.
All brushed, cleaned up, and ready to go. So because I knew we were going to a colder region, I had to wear turtleneck for them. And so we boarded and we were ready for the next flight to Canada. This was an 8 hours plus flight. Stop, Mutayo. So I prayed about every little detail. I told God, please make this 8 hours, 45 minutes flight easy, let it fast. Let it not look as if that's up to that 9 hours. Thankfully, he answered. My son, because he had played so much in the lounge, he just slept off for hours. And so I was able to sleep a bit. Yeah, touched down in Canada. Oh, wow. We arrived in Canada time 3:20. I think it was already midnight in Nigeria at that point. And we were this was us driving home. We stopped by at McDonald's to grab lunch for them so they could sleep, to eat so that, and then they slept off after eating. Was it easy? I thank God it was really challenging, but it was a beautiful journey. I'm grateful that I did not drop any of them. I am grateful that I followed God's leading. And when we got home, our home for a while, at night when I wanted to bring out all the things we packed, I looked at them, I looked at myself, and I just busted into tears. All the emotion I had bottled up during the flight, during the stressful period, the chaotic, the chaos. I just started crying. Like, how did I survive this?